I'm going to show you how to simplify radical expressions involving addition and subtraction. All right. I'm going to use the same procedure we would use if we had only numbers. So recall the way that we would simplify the following. So we have 1 root 2 plus 4 root 2's, and that gives a total of 5 root 2's. Okay? Now also recall that we cannot add radicals that have different numbers underneath. Okay, so we can't simplify root 2 plus root 3. However, sometimes you can modify the radicals such that you do have the same number underneath the two radicals. For example, the square root of 2 plus the square root of 8. I can rewrite the square root of 8 as 2 root 2. Now I can get 3 root 2 for my answer, my simplified version. Okay, so we're going to use the same procedure for radical expressions involving variables. All right, here we go. So if I wanted to simplify 3 root x plus 2 root x, I have the same expression underneath both radicals, so I can go ahead and combine them. 3 root x plus 2 root x gives 5 root x's. Okay? And let's do a situation where we don't have the same expression underneath both radicals, but we can convert radicals. We can convert one of the radicals such that we do have the same expression underneath. Suppose I wanted to do the square root of 8a minus the square root of 2a. Okay, I can rewrite the first radical as 2 root 2a. And then now I can do the subtraction, and I would get, let's see, I have 2 root 2a minus root 2a. That leaves a single root 2a for my answer. Okay? You may recall the saying that you can't add apples and oranges. Okay, you can only add objects that are of the same kind. All right? Let me ask you to do some exercises now. Can you do the square root of 9x plus the square root of 25x? Pause the video and try to simplify that. All right, I'll go ahead and do that now. So first I'm going to have to replace each radical with a different form. The square root of 9x, I'm going to replace that with 3 root x. The second radical, I'm going to replace that with 5 root x. So 3 root x plus 5 root x gives 8 root x's. All right, now would you please do the next one? 63y squared minus 28y squared. Pause the video and try that one. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it. So let me replace each one with an equivalent form. Let's see, 63 is 7 times 9. Square root of 9 is 3. Actually, the square root of y squared is y. So I've got a, let's see, so instead of doing this all in my head, let me just do multiple steps. So I've got the square root of 63, I said, was 7 times 9, so it's the square root of 9 times the square root of 7 times the square root of y squared. The second radical is this equivalent to the square root of 4 times the square root of 7, because 28 is 4 times 7. times the square root of y squared. Okay, so the first the first term, the product of three red radicals, let's see, I have a 3y times root 7, and then the second product of radicals, I have 2y times the square root of 7. All right, now I can finally do the difference. So 3y root 7 minus 2y root 7 gives me y root 7. And that is the answer. All right, let's do one more. Can you please simplify the square root of 24 times xy squared minus the square root of 54xy squared? All right, I'll go ahead and simplify this also, and so that I'm not doing too many steps in my head and losing anybody, I'm going to spell out why my equivalent form is equivalent. I'm going to replace the first radical by the square root of 4 times the square root of 6 times the square root of x times the square root of y squared. I'm going to replace the second radical times the square root of 9 times the square root of 6 times the square root of x times the square root of y squared. Now I'm going to simplify whatever radicals can be simplified. Let's see, square root of 4 is 2, square root of y squared is y, square root of 9 is 3, square root of y squared is y. So what do I have left? I have 2y, and let me go ahead and combine the product of root 6 and root x again. So square root of 6x minus, I have a 3 and a y multiplied, and let me combine root 6 and root x to give a root 6x. All right, so putting it all together, now I can finally do the difference. Now I can find the difference, simplify the difference. So 2y root 6x minus 3y root 6x gives a minus y root 6x.